here's a piece I wrote on the PTA fundraiser. They're on their last week, and they still haven't reached their goal. I thought maybe we could stick it on the front page.
We're pretty full.
Well, what's taking up all the room?
That Riley kid.
Scored 25 points Friday night. Yeah, he's some kind of ball player. He's strange, though. Doesn't want to go to college. I just don't understand. He's supposed to be a smart kid.
Well, how about page 2?
I heard your daughter was going out with him.
Was, yeah. I thought maybe if we could take the...
I heard you were at the art show with him. Edith Bessel was there doing a critique. Said you seemed to be having a pretty good time.
Harry, you do what you want with this article. I'm going home. Hello.
Mrs. Gordon? Hi, it's Michael Riley. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm just a little busy right now.
Mrs. Gordon, what's the matter?
Have I done something to upset you?
No, it's not you.
Oh, well, can you tell me what's wrong?
It's nothing, really.
Well, the reason I'm calling is, you know there's a small ballet company in town, and I bought tickets to Romeo and Juliet today. I thought you might like to go.
I don't know, Mick. Don't you think you should be going with someone your own age?
Maybe, but I couldn't find anyone who didn't think ballet was a form of torture.
Yes, that is a problem.
Well, I know you have an interest in dancing, so I thought you'd be the perfect person to go, but if you have other plans, I understand.
No, it's not that.
Sometimes I wish I never got interested in stuff like this.
Mick, don't you ever regret having an interest in the arts? Look, just forget about what those other people say. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess I shouldn't let it get to me.
Mrs. Gordon, are you still there?
Yes, I'm here. I was just teaching myself a lesson. I would love to go to the ballet with you.
Oh, great. I'll pick you up tomorrow around 7, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I had a wonderful time.
Well, that's a little hard to believe since you've been crying for the last half hour.
Ballet always makes me cry, especially that one.
Is it all right if I came in and said hi to Pete and Tracy?
Oh, well, Pete's gone off to Boy Scout camp for the weekend, and Tracy is at a friend's house, I'm afraid.
Oh. Well, maybe I could come in for a drink or something.
I have some ice-cold milk. I just made some cookies today.
Oh, that would be great.
Okay. Have a seat.
Do you mind if I put some music on?
Sure, go ahead. heaven's sake, you're sitting here in the dark? I'm sorry. Had no idea. Now, this is my favorite piece of music.
Mine too.
I want to thank you for a lovely evening tonight. I haven't been to the ballet in so long.
I'm glad you decided to go.
Me too. I felt very young tonight.
You did?
Yes.
How young?
Oh, like a teenager. See, when I was young, your father would take me to the movies, and I would always cry, and then he would fuss at me about being too sentimental.
He did not.
Yes, he did. He thought it was stupid to cry at movies or anything else, I guess.
Well, I'm sure he changed. When I knew him, he was very kind-hearted and romantic. Do you ever miss him?
Yes. For a long time, he was all I could think about. Sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like if I'd have married him.
Oh, wonderful.
Maybe.
I know he loved you.
I loved him, too. Mick!
Laura,
I think you'd better leave.
But
You've obviously got the wrong idea. Please leave.
Just let me explain.
I don't want to hear it.
I love you.
You do not love me. You're too young to love me.
No, I'm not.
Look, Mick, I'm sorry if I gave you that impression, but you have never been anything to me other than a friend, a young friend.
Will you quit saying that?
I think the thing for you to do is to go out and find somebody your own age. Forget this ever happened.
Look, I have something to tell you. If you just listen to me...
I don't think you should come around here anymore, and I don't want you to see Tracy either.
Mrs. Gordon, please.
Goodbye, Mick.
Tracy, can I talk to you a minute?
Get lost, Mick.
Look, I just want to explain something.
There's no explanation for you. You're just weird.
Mick, why don't you tell us the process of getting a bill passed in Congress?
What?
I'd like you to explain to the class how a bill passes in Congress.
Why?
Well, Mick, I just thought...
I know what you thought. I know what everybody thinks, that I'm some kind of freak. What is wrong with you people? Just because someone acts the slightest bit different, you treat him like he's a monster or something. I never said I was perfect. That's something you decided. Now you're deciding that I'm weird, and there's nothing I can do about it. So if you don't mind, Mrs. Ross, I'm not going to tell you how a bill goes through Congress. I'm just going to sit here and look bored like the rest of you. Just answer one question.
Boy, you are something, you know that?
Do you love me?
You are a 17-year-old boy.
Do you love me?
No.
Do you feel anything at
I'm
all
not
for
going
me?
to answer that.
If you do, I promise I'll leave you alone.
Yes, there is something there, but I know what it is. You remind me so much of your father. Every time I look at you, I can't help but think of him, and it's driving me crazy, but that doesn't mean I'm in love with you.
Can I come in and talk to you?
Now, you said you'd leave me alone.
I have something to tell you. If you just listen to me, I'll leave you alone. I really appreciate you doing this. After you listen to what I have to say, you can decide I'm crazy and you never have to speak to me again. Just hear me out. Okay. Here goes. I'm not Michael Riley Jr. I'm Michael Riley.
You're Michael Riley. The Michael Riley I went to school with. You're crazy.
You said you'd listen.
I did. Now I'm leaving. Wait a minute. This is my house. You leave.
Laura.
Look, I've heard of some pretty desperate tricks before. But this one beats them all. I wasn't going to fall for a 17-year-old, so you want me to believe that you are a 40-year-old who has simply aged very well. Is that it? Forget it, Mick.
Just hear me out. I didn't age well. I aged like anyone else. My skin got wrinkles. I had a little bit of gray in my hair. I was terrible at racquetball.
So you did get old, but then you discovered some new vitamin. Is that what it is?
No, nothing like that.
Well, then what?
I met up with this angel.
Oh, an angel. Of course.
Well, I'm not sure he was an angel. He was just this old guy who appeared from nowhere, and I told him I wanted to be 17 again, and the next thing I knew, I'd gotten my wish, and he had disappeared.
That's wonderful. Have you been studying Dickens in your English class?
You've got to believe me.
No, you've got to be going now.
Look, what if I told you things about yourself that no one else in the world could know?
That ought to be interesting.
Okay. Your middle name is Jane, your father's name is Rodney, your birthday's July 17th, and in high school you had a mean colleague named Caesar.
Mick, your father could have told you any of that.
Your favorite color is pink. You're allergic to onions. You have the cutest birthmark behind your right ear.
Forget it.
Okay, how about this? Newman Lake, August 4th. A full moon.
Your father told you that?
Of course not. What kind of a guy do you think I am?
I don't know what to think. How would you know that?
I was there! Love Me Tender was on the radio. We decided it would be our song.
And you said you'd always love me.
I always did. I still do. Now do you believe me?
I don't know what to believe.
Look, I don't know how this crazy thing happened. It just did. You know how sometimes you wish for something? Something little, like, I wish it would stop raining, or I wish someone would call, and then it happens. And you could swear that someone out there heard you. Well, maybe that's what happened to me.
I'm crazy to believe this.
Think about it. How can you explain me?